The thing is, when you accept yourself, you can be able to know, how am I going to live my life now that will help me to stay in that place when I achieve the final goal.
Wow.
Because when you look at the targets, once you get there, you relax, because you are so focused on whatever you're going to get, you forget to take care of yourself, and that means that you're not present in that journey. Everyone, welcome to another episode of the Growth Conversation podcast. We are happy you decided to join us on this episode. If you're listening on our podcast, thank you for listening, and if you are watching our YouTube video, thank you as well. My name is Linda Brownies, and I'm here with Gabriel Mungai.
Yes, and as always, we are very excited to have you once again. Thank you very much for always following, for those ones who are responding with reviews on our podcasts, those ones who are sharing our content on their social pages, all right, and all those ones that have left us some comments on YouTube. Thank you very much. We appreciate you very much.
Well, guys.
So Linda, what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about the season of transition, and this is why. You know, I've looked at life and I feel like 100% of us are going through transition, either through your work, maybe your personal life, and like we all go through transition.
What do you mean by transition?
Transition means, for me personally, I feel like transition is that place where you are coming from a familiar space to unfamiliar space, you know, so you are not there, and you are not
where you are coming from.
You're not where you are coming from, and you're not where you are headed. Like, you're in between. So like so you're like, you feel this side and this side. Now you want to shift to the other side of your life, or anything that is going on in your life. So you are just in between.
Wow. My view of transition is the same. The same as yours. It is that time in between. It is the in between two facets of life. Okay. So maybe some good example is when the child is transitioning from the womb into she is getting born. That is a transition. All right. So we can also be transiting from childhood into adulthood, from child into teenage. You can be transitioning from maybe singlehood to marriage, to business, to being employed, or vice versa. So there are many kinds of transitions. Even from primary school to high school, from high school to college. So
it covers everybody. Nobody is excluded.
And I think in life we are constantly transitioning. Because we are always moving from something or towards something. Either you are moving from something towards something, or you are coming from something. You're moving from that is, you are coming from something entering into another new thing. So we are constantly,
like, it's always something to something, away from something to something, or away from something.
So what are we talking about this period?
That period of transition,
the in between.
That in between. So can you share with us, do you have one experience that you'll never forget, like a transition that was the hardest for you?
Well, for my life,
you're still living, but so far.
I have had many transitions, because obviously now in life you have transited in many ways. But I think one of the crazy ones maybe I talk about is when I got married. When I was newly married, not a long time ago though. I think it really
the first days
didn't hit me what had happened.
Exactly.
And I went on to go on with my regular routines, and sometimes I'll come home late. Sometimes I wake up early, and you realize that it's like I'm forgetting that we have someone else. And sometimes I'm doing my own show. Sometimes I even eat lunch. Regular places I used to go and catch up with friends, I'm still going. And it took some time before I could really catch up with the new reality. All right. And
I think it happens to most of men.
It happens to. I think this one, ladies should always forgive us. It takes some time. Does it happen to ladies, by the way?
It does. I think it does, because most of the time ladies are the one who move in. you know.
Yes.
So it's a different environment, so they have to set up their minds, you know, to new things.
Yes.
But for you, if I go to in this place,
yes,
for you it's continuous.
Yeah, it's just the same. You are just, it's only that life. You have added someone new,
so it's like a visitor. So for you, life goes on, you know. I think that's why for men it tends to happen.
It takes some time before you adjust. One of my friend used to pass to his parents' house because that is where he was used to. Yes. And then he would be reminded, how about your wife? And it would hit his mind.
I am married.
He's running back now to the wife. I think that's one of my biggest. The transitions. And I learned a lot of things from this one.
I think for me, transitioning was from, you know, changing careers. Changing from accounts to now what I'm doing.
Yes.
You know, it was really hard because in between I didn't know what I wanted. You know.
Yes.
So I was this person who knew that I'm going to be employed and all that, and I was doing my account because I love mathematics and all that. So now I am discovering that this is not what I want.
Yes.
But I don't know what I want.
That's not you.
That's not me.
Yeah.
But now I don't know who is me.
Who is you? Yeah. So you are now in that in between. Yeah.
It was confusing because most of the time I will do different stuff and I'll find out that this is not what I want. I tried doing, you know, makeup. It didn't succeed. I tried to do I did almost anything I could find myself, you know, capable of, but then it didn't work. So I can say that was the hardest time in my life so far of transition, is transitioning from one career to another.
One.
You know, because nobody prepares you for that. And I think most of the time it really hits when people are forced to do specific careers by their parents, and now they find out that this is not who I am. I need to do what I love. Now transitioning to something that you love, and you don't even have an idea that thing that you love,
and it has no foundation.
It has no foundation. Nobody is there to teach you. Nobody is there to show you the way. You know, that is really, really hard.
Wow.
So I just want us to talk about some now that we've talked about your experience, to tell us some of, you know, the lessons that you've learned from
some of the wisdom,
transitions.
Maybe just to start, I would lay a good foundation is that in transitions we can have the conscious transitions and we have the unconscious ones.
True.
All right. So for example, right now you are employed at some place and you are told there's no job from tomorrow. So you are retired from the job. This one was not conscious. It just comes to you, and you are in the mix automatically. But there are others, like we have had Linda saying she realized she was in the wrong place, and therefore she was transitioning into something else. This was conscious. But the funny thing with transition, number one, I'd say, is that you can never be prepared for transition.
So the first point for you, it is nobody is prepared for transition.
You can never be fully prepared. You can be prepared somehow, but you are not sure what you will find.
What is coming next?
So for any one of us and any one of you who are listening that is going through transition, you are not the only one. Nobody is prepared for transition. You can prepare, but you cannot prepare enough.
You can't prepare enough
because you are not sure of what you will find ahead. Right? So number one, know that you can never be fully prepared for a transition. Either it is a conscious transition or it's an unconscious transition. It is still going to catch you off unaware. All right. The other thing I realized that was a key is that it is good to notice that you are in the transition. What am I trying to bring about? Don't deny.
Don't be in denial.
Don't be in denial, because I found out that most of us are stuck in that place. Like Linda has shared, you know this is not where I belong, and yet you know this is where I need to be, but you are in denial. It is truly where you want to be. So you are neither here nor there. So you are in between. You are in between, and yet you are in transition. So you find that many people fail in the transition,
yeah,
they never get to where they were going.
Yeah.
They never crossed that bridge because they never accepted that they were on the bridge.
Yeah, and I think that is the difference between people who have make it and people who have not.
And people who do not, because the circumstances happen to us all, but it is those who accept that we are in transition and do what is necessary to transition as fast as possible.
Exactly.
Instead of those that deny that the transition has come
and stay at the same place.
And stay at the same place. You see, change is inevitable. It is going to come. It is guaranteed that one day things are going to change.
There you go.
You like it or you hate it, they are going to change. Either to your advantage or to your disadvantage. But change is going to be there.
And you always have to be prepared for change.
Yeah. And that's what we are saying, that when you realize change has come, so you are in transition, accept that the change has come and work as quickly as possible to transit. To transit. Because if you don't, you will be stuck on the bridge. You will never cross to the other line, and you will never have enough space from where you are living.
And you may end up falling in the ocean.
Yes. And one thing I want us to know is that once the change has come, you are no longer comfortable where you were before.
Yes.
You are no longer comfortable. The stories that you used to say to share, they are the same, but they don't feel like they are good anymore.
Yeah, true.
The place you used to say is still the same, but you now feel uncomfortable in that place. The friends you used to have are still the same, but you no longer feel the same way you used to feel.
So we can say transition is not comfortable.
It's not comfortable. It is an uncomfortable zone.
Yeah, I think because we constantly have to, in our transition, sometimes we have to change the friends, to change the environment. Like for him, he has gotten married. He has to change how he used to, the joints, the friends, the type of people he used to talk to.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
So it's uncomfortable.
It's not
because you have to do things that you are not ready to do, or you are not used to doing.
It goes against your tradition.
Yeah,
and maybe the final thing I'd say is that it is good to know. The third point is good to know the kind of people that will help you transit. You see, for a lady who is expectant, there's a person who can help you in the transition, because the baby is coming out and the lady is now going to get the baby into the weaning stage. We need a midwife. All right, this is the person that's going to help you move from here to here. All right, this is like the bridge. You need to learn quickly. If you find yourself in the transition, learn quickly who is it that is your midwife in this situation. All right, because sometimes you realize that you're moving from this job. Let's take the case of Linda. She's moving from accounts into public speaking. But she doesn't know who is the midwife in between. So you will lose a lot of time. You will get a lot of punishment. You will make a lot of mistakes in the transition if you have nobody to show you the way. So it is important, once you realize the change has come, be quick. Get a mentor. Have someone that has gone ahead, a person that has already crossed that bridge to help you maneuver that bridge, so you can quickly reach the other end. The transition point is a very dangerous place.
It's a very dangerous place
because many fall in this place. Because in this place you are not comfortable where you are, but you are also very unaware of what you will meet
where
next.
You are heading.
Yes.
Yeah, so that takes me to my experiences. I'll say that things that I've learned. Number one is transition makes you vulnerable.
Wow. How so?
Because first of all, it's uncomfortable. So because you have to change everything that you used to know to new things, right?
Yes.
And if you have to change friends, if you have to change maybe places you used to go, especially when you have to change friends, now you don't have people to talk to. You feel like you are alone. You are in a very vulnerable position to get hurt.
Yes.
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 Because you don't know where you're going. You don't know where, like, you are afraid to go where you are heading.
Yes.
But you can't stay in the place where you used to be. So you're just vulnerable.
Your time is up here.
Yeah, and that's why it is very important to know, like he said, to know your midwife, you know, so that you can know where you are going to land or where you're going to get the help. Because if you don't, then anybody can come and take you off course,
sway you to any other direction. Yes.
So your transition, at that moment, you're very, very vulnerable.
Yes.
So be aware of that, as you said, the vulnerability. Accept that you are in a transition mode. Try to see who is your midwife, for you not to get caught up in all these things and end up falling down.
Absolutely.
Number 2 that I've learned is that transition is very messy. It's very messy. When you're changing from one thing to another, there are so many things going on. It is very messy. I can take, like, when you're building a house, the foundation, you know, it is very messy.
You have to destroy, digging, all that.
And as we always say, I don't know who says this, but I hear people saying that the beginning is always messy. You know, in the middle is always tough. But at the end, it's worth it. So that beginning of a new journey is messy because you don't know where you're headed. You don't know who you need. You don't know who is going to help you. Like, you don't know anything. You are going in a place where you don't know literally anything.
And yet you have to give up on everything. You have to leave. You have to leave.
And yet you need to know your midwife. So it's a lot of things going on. It's very messy. So when you're going through transition, don't feel like you are like any different or there is something wrong with your life. For example, I can take an example of me when I was moving from one career to another. It was very messy because I had to do different stuff and find out that that is not me.
That is not it.
Moving from account, trying to do makeup is not working out. Trying to cook, to do, you know, to make cakes is not working out. I tried so many things, you know, and I felt like a loser until I got someone who showed me my way. That's midwife, you know, and until I knew who I was now, is when I found my way. But in the beginning, it was very messy. Number 3, and I can say,
let's expect it to be messy.
If you
find yourself in a messy situation, understand it's a season.
It's a season.
So that
don't
you can
feel like you're a loser.
So that you can be able to cross as quickly as possible.
Just like you said, accept that it's transition. Don't deny. Don't feel like, no, I'm a loser, I need to go back to where I came from. No, it's okay to be messy because you're trying to find yourself.
Absolutely.
And the other thing is that transition is painful.
Oh, yes, that part.
Because you're vulnerable. You're messy. It's painful.
You don't have a direction. You don't have a midwife.
Now you have to change. Like, if it's friends, you have to change. It is painful. You have to lose things. You have to lose cars. You have to lose, you know, family members.
Property.
You have to lose property.
Friends.
So it's very painful because there are some things being taken away from you. Nobody likes things being taken away from them.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be painful. Expect that. Cry, but don't stay there for a long time. And as you said, try to find your way out. Maybe you can agree with that?
Maybe you can just share a nugget on weight transitions. Maybe you have some experience
on what?
Weight transitions. Because I think you have some
where you are waiting,
where you are trying to cut on weight or trying to gain on weight, and some of those transitions, because I think this is a place where people give up very quickly.
I feel like when you're trying to lose weight, according to my experience, when you're trying to lose weight in that transition moment, accept who you are now. Because most of the time when you're trying to lose weight, you are so focused on
what you will become.
Our end goal. You know, you always have that you know, that figure or that body shape that you want, or the outlook that we desire. So most of the time we look at that body and forget ourselves. So you no longer take care of yourself. You no longer put on nice clothes because you are leaving everything for that day when you hit your target. You know, and that is not the way it's supposed to be, because I found out because there's a time that I lost weight at once and then it came back. It's because I was really targeting on the weight that I wanted. I didn't accept myself.
You were in denial of who you are.
I didn't accept myself. When you accept yourself, the thing is, when you accept yourself, you can be able to know, how am I going to live my life now that will help me to stay in that place when I achieve the final goal.
Wow.
Because when you look at the target, once you get there, you relax, because you are so focused on whatever you're going to get. You forget to take care of yourself, and that means that you're not present in that journey.
You are absent in the journey.
Absent-minded. And because you're absent, you don't know whatever is going on here on the transition.
Because you are focused.
You don't know which food that you eat will add your weight. You don't know which exercise is good for you, because you're not present. So once you lose the weight, you don't know where you came from.
You have lost the reality.
You are not present. You are not in the moment. So when you lose weight, it's very easy to come back, to get like to your previous weight,
because you lost your awareness during the transition.
So just try and be present in that body that you are. Accept yourself, look good, take care of yourself as you head to where you're headed.
Wow, me for my own sake, what I'd say is that it is good to learn to embrace transitions.
Exactly.
Because one of the things we try to fight so much is transitions. It's change. But the only place you will grow in life is during those transitions.
Exactly.
It is during those changing times, during those uncomfortable seasons, it is when we get to move up. Otherwise, you will forever stay in your comfort zone, and your comfort zone will never give you a different reality. You see? So one thing I have realized also in my journey of career is that I constantly expose myself to transitions, constantly by choice, although I know the danger therein. And sometimes I have dearly lost some good things that I wouldn't have wished to lose. But I can also assure you that whatever I have gained on this other end is worth losing those things. And I like to maybe share about friends. Is that whenever we are in transitions, the first thing to lose is friends. And the other close thing to lose is family. Because sometimes people cannot conceive what it is that you are transiting to. Because even sometimes to you it's unclear. And therefore
you cannot even explain.
You will find no one will want to take you somewhere where you yourself
don't know.
Is not clear.
That's why it is messy.
It's messy. So you will find you'll be aware that you are going to lose friends. It's going to happen. Be ready that you will lose friends.
And it will
be ready that you will lose money. Money or resources, whatever kind of resources you have. Then also be aware that you will lose time. Because some of the transitions, they don't take one day. For example, for you, it has taken you many 3 years before you can really find your bearing. So it is good to accept that I am lost. And it is taking me some time
to find my way,
so that you don't go on showing people like you know your way, and yet you yourself know you are lost. It is alright to accept that maybe I'm going to put a few months before I can make the full transitions. The tallest building on earth is called Burj. It's called Burj
in Dubai.
In Dubai, and it took 6 years to become. And I always like to think about it that if this building took 6 years to be this magnificent, I think even us in our lives, we are going to take some time before we look that magnificent. It is important that we accept those transitions. They are the places that really bring out the best of who we are. And sometimes the training we get during the transition is actually what we need for the next level. So don't always run away from the transitions. It is the training you take from here that determines what you become next.
And I feel like as I finish that our transition is most of the time is our waiting season. So in that waiting season, as you transit, kindly try and improve on yourself,
build yourself up.
Like for example, if for me, something that I did when I was transitioning, I took it as a waiting season where I knew that I'm gonna speak, I'm gonna share content. I took that time to read a lot of books and to, you know, to consume things that are going to help me. So in that transition moment, try and build yourself, add new skills, add value to yourself. By the time whatever you are trying to achieve comes, you are ready.
Talking of adding value, we will attach the link of our video of adding value,
about adding
so
value.
you can always add value.
So as you transition, kindly add value to yourself, so that whatever you're waiting for comes, you are ready.
You are. It's better to be prepared and not get it than get it if you are not prepared.
You're going to lose it.
So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah,
that's what we wanted to share with you guys, and I hope it really helps somebody. If you have an experience of transition, kindly leave it on the comment section or give us a review on what you think about whatever we've talked about, because I feel like everybody goes through transition. Share with us what your experiences are, and what you did in trying to overcome this giant called transition.
Wow. So we will be waiting for your reviews, and if you are in transition, stay strong. Add value to yourself. It's going to look good in the end. It's always messy in the beginning, it's confusing in the middle, but it's always beautiful and worth it in the end. So from us,
bye.